Next up, we're going to give our predictions for EA, Bethesda, and Ubisoft. We each have one prediction for each conference. So we'll start with EA. Mo. EA, what do you think? One prediction at the EA press conference that they haven't announced. What do you think will happen?
Jeez, that's a little hard to put out there. I do want to say that, as we were talking earlier, I do feel like they're going to release a surprise for VR. I can see EA going that direction. I can see them being like
X-Wing versus TIE Fighter.
Or something. Even if it's Star Wars related or not, I can see them doing something with VR.
Rogue Squadron, that'd be nice.
That'd be super dope, actually.
Or Black Squadron pose. You could tie it in with the movies.
Yeah. So that's my prediction.
And I love my VR, so I'm sold.
Well, I'm saying with
already.
that far point, I think that changes a lot of stuff after watching you play for the day that was it. Did you get it the day of?
Day of release, the day of.
After watching some of the game footage, and even though I didn't try it out, after seeing some of the game footage, I was like, they can do so much with this. There's so much potential.
If you guys come over for E3, if we watch one of the conferences, I'll get you hooked up. You have to experience Far Cry, play it, and see. Fix the camera, because when you guys watched me, my camera was leaned more to the middle, so it's having some issues. So fix that. So you guys get to experience. Again, VR is something you need to experience the videos, but absolutely, I'm sold with VR with EA. That's very possible.
Has so much potential to do with Star Wars, and I can see them going that route.
And Rich, what is your prediction for the EA press conference?
Oh, they're going to show the untitled Star Wars project. They'll give us a title, show us a setting, a time frame, so that you know where they're aiming the lore to fit in with the whole IP. I think that's what they're going to do. That'll be that's the workup of here's what's coming after Battlefront.
I think BioWare is going to ask EA for them to have about a 10-minute portion to try and build up that goodwill from the damage control from Mass Effect. Oh. So I think they're going to have a BioWare section where they have a gameplay trailer of the new IP that comes out after their fiscal year. I'm predicting around spring 2018 that they're going to show that new IP. They're also going to show a cinematic trailer to Dragon Age. The new Dragon Age, holiday 2018. We'll see if it will be able, but I do think. And then they're going to drop the mic, and they're going to finally show it, KOTOR 3. No, it'll be about a 15-second. It'll be just something quick that they put together in 2-3 months. They're working on it. End it with KOTOR 3. The main cinematic trailer will be Dragon Age. The KOTOR will be just a very quick teaser.
No, but they'll end like a lightsaber ignites, you see Revan's mask, and then
correct.
Logo.
Just a very quick teaser. It won't be happening in 2 years.
No gameplay, no voiceover.
Nothing. Just the fucking teaser. It might be some voice of Revan, or something might voice the lightsaber. Who the fuck is it? Shows Revan. KOTOR 3.
I think that would be very smart, actually.
For BioWare. Do damage control. Like, this is...
Yeah.
Because... Actually, this is a good question that I was thinking. For Mass Effect, is that... Casual gamers, you think some casual gamers picked up Mass Effect, hardcore gamers, do they separate the studios of BioWare, or is all BioWare just one? Are they aware is BioWare Montreal that did Mass Effect, or are they just think it's a BioWare game?
Just BioWare.
I think that's just BioWare, yeah.
And I think the same. So that's why I think they did that, because they think it's all BioWare, and not just BioWare Montreal. Like, no, that is not us. This is BioWare. We're going hard. EA, please give us this time to show us what BioWare is truly about for damage control, because BioWare, that name, every week with the patch and with Mass Effect, it just keeps decreasing. Show those 3. BioWare, we're not going anywhere. This is what we're all about.
Yeah. I think a lot of people misconstrue the fact that there's like different teams.
Correct.
And I think that's, you're pretty much...
Well, that happens with Rockstar.
Yeah.
It does, yeah. We go Rockstar North and then Rockstar, but...
All Take-Two. You kind of put all that stuff in this. Oh, yeah, Mafia 3. Oh, that's not Rockstar.
Yeah, and I mean, Team Bondi was even Rockstar back then, too.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. So, I mean, a lot of people, misconstrue that a lot. Some people are just the casual gamers. Oh, it's
BioWare. It's BioWare.
Yeah, that's it. And then they don't understand that it's not the true flagship.
Correct. So that's why I think BioWare will ask to do damage control with their name. This is what we have going on.
Yeah.
So that is EA. Now let's go to Bethesda. Bethesda. Rich, let's start with you first. Prediction for the Bethesda press conference.
Fallout.
What about Fallout 5?
Yeah. Or the rumored New Vegas sequel.
There was one, actually,
Yeah.
to read up on.
Because they had a quick turnaround from Fallout 3, and then New Vegas was what? Because it was the same engine, I
It was
believe.
different developers.
Yeah, same. So they had some
They get to
time
take credit, yeah.
to develop. So I think it was, 2 years after 3?
It
Came
was,
out?
actually.
With New Vegas, they had that quick turnaround, same engine. They had another group continuing to work. Do you think it will be a New Vegas 2 then? Or
I think that makes the most sense, but Fallout 5 has been getting a lot of traction with the
what do you
Reddit
think?
community.
What do you think the next setting would be? Because 3 was Washington D.C., 4 was Boston. What was 2? Did you guys play?
2 was in San Francisco. Well, it had plenty of places. It was California and also Reno. Reno was on there. So you did do the San Francisco Bay Area, and also into some of the Indians, or some of the I don't want to call them Indians. They were native. Some of the native tribes were at, because you started as a native person, and that's where Fallout 2 started out as. And you did go into New Reno.
Yeah.
So it was.
And they
different.
carried some of that stuff over to New Vegas.
Yeah,
Some
to
of
New
those-
Vegas. Yeah.
Or things would be mentioned, that kind of thing. So
I'm going for Bethesda will release their VR, not their handheld, but Fallout 4 will be in VR, and they will show it, and they will have a DLC specifically released with the attachment of the VR, which will be for the Xbox Scorpio. So because Microsoft's press conference is Sunday afternoon, Bethesda is Sunday evening, so they're going to piggyback on the Scorpio. This is what we have, because there was rumored last year they had Fallout 4 in VR, and I believe Doom they had in VR, just to show what we're capable of.
Yeah.
But I think Fallout 4 will be a release with the Xbox Scorpio, whatever VR headset. And they said augmented reality, some type of VR. They've been developing it. It's not a secret for a year with Fallout 4. But my big prediction is they will announce Elder Scrolls 6 will be available in VR as well. Because they've been working on the Fallout 4, knowing how the VR works. They are working Elder Scrolls 6. I don't think they're going to show anything. They're going to focus on the Fallout 4, but they will announce other titles for VR, Elder Scrolls 6 to show. And it'll be the same. You can play it non-VR. You can play it in VR if you want. That's what I think. What about you, Mo? What do you think with Bethesda?
With my big prediction is that Evil Within 2 would be there, because they want to build on that storyline. I do feel that it's either going to be Wolfenstein, for like a new Wolfenstein, and I could see them doing VR on Wolfenstein too. Bethesda's kind of big on looking for just how to increase, like productivity and development. They have a pretty good way to showcase their games. Not every, like, if you play every Bethesda game, they're all different, completely different. They're set apart from Arcane Studios to which is Dishonored. The Dishonored series played nothing like Doom. Doom played nothing like the Evil Within. The Evil Within was third person over the shoulder. So I mean, they have something for everybody. I can see them doing so much, especially VR. I'm gonna push their VR, especially with what they showcased last year.
Yeah,
I mean, it would make sense. It just does.
They'll show that VR. Then the last press conference we'll make a prediction for is Ubisoft. Ubisoft, and now start here, and I'm actually going to take a page from one of our viewers. Wrote a comment on one of our E3 when we talked about Ubisoft last week. So I'm going to take a little page from their comment, and I do feel that a new Splinter Cell will be shown. That will be their last trailer that they'll show. That will be their drop the mic. They always have this big game. It's going to be a new Splinter Cell released in fall 2018. They're already stacked. Ubisoft's already stacked this fall, and even Far Cry's in February. Couldn't get everything in this fall. The last Splinter Cell was released on August 20th, 2013. So they gave them a 5-year development cycle on the new consoles, because 2013 that was a 360 PS3. So it's their first time on the console, see what they can use the power, Xbox One and PS4. The fucking Switch, no, it won't be able to fucking handle it. But it'll be PS4, Xbox One, new Splinter Cell for fall 2018 will be announced.
And whoever commented, thank you. I mean, I haven't had a chance to actually like go back and watch.
So thank you for the comment. I just stole your idea. That's the one thing he said. I just hope and wish they announced a new Splinter Cell. No, it would be
smart. Like, Splinter Cell? Like, holy shit. When was the last time you heard of a Splinter Cell?
2013 was the last release, not a new console.
But even, like, wow. I enjoyed some of those games. Those 2 versus 2 also were very intense. Just saying. But, yeah, I don't know. But, it's my turn?
Yes, Ubisoft.
I don't know. You were looking at it.
We're just both looking at it.
I was too busy talking about Splinter Cell. That got me excited. Yeah. Like, Ubisoft, jeez. I don't know.
They already have a stacked Assassin's Creed.
It's like, what else do you need? I mean, I can see them releasing maybe some sort of... I don't know if they've ever done this. I can't really tell. But if they released more information on more of some of their DLCs, because their DLCs have been pretty good lately, especially with Watch Dogs. They've been pretty consistent.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not sure if they will release a big title or just DLC, like, just because it's off of the top of my mind, kind of like Dark Souls. Their DLC was massive, but I can see them releasing more storyline, because the first Watch Dog actually had that big DLC too, which was part of the storyline. It took me like a few hours to complete, which added a lot of, stuff. So I don't know if they would mention something like that, but...
Makes sense. Uses a bridge towards the next
one,
which we
assume just to kind of hold people off who are playing Watch Dogs 2 and still interested.
So DLC for Watch Dogs?
For Watch Dogs, yeah. For the second one. So I can see them doing something for them. Just because I know that they've been releasing constantly kind of like GTA, but storyline base driven, it's been sporadic. So I can see them releasing something big for them.
And I might give, I will give Rich credit to this on the idea with the DLC with the South Park, with the delay. Rich mentioned this last week, that with that added delay, that South Park might be already done right now, but that gives them time to work on a DLC. So when they announced South Park October 17th, Rich said this last week, but DLC in December, or just a month and a half later, get the time and holy shit, or early 2018.
And even gives them a chance to show it off too. Yeah. Like just a little bit, not too much.
Yeah. Just what's going to be coming next.
So people could be excited, because I know that the first one had no DLC, nothing, right?
No.
So
and this one does have a season pass.
Imagine if you do that, you do the whole thing and you advertise for this quarter for South Park, the regular release, and then you start hitting the holiday season, they start doing the, well, guess what? Cartman's got new armor or whatever based on Civil War or something like that, and that's the DLC. And they can reference Marvel, Justice League, they can do whatever they want to do and put their own little spin on things, and that's exactly why you should have been a season pass holder.
Good. See, I think that's smart. That's smart marketing for me, and also sells. So,
and Rich, what is your
big message with Ubisoft is fixing the bad will and staving off the hostile takeover. So I think they need to show people that they have learned their lessons. So Far Cry is all about no more foreign dictators that you have to fight and no more caveman stories. They took it to the heartland, and considering the current political climate, it kind of is a perfect setting. They kind of fell into that one unexpectedly. I think that 2 years off for Assassin's Creed, especially the Egypt bend, that makes sense that they're going to tie in that first civilization storyline finally, instead of just like they've done for the past 3 games, just kind of putting a little bit out there when it was so important during the Desmond trilogy. So if they tie it back in, I wouldn't be surprised if that is a big thrust of their whole thing, is showing you how great it looks, but also here's the things that we fixed. So don't worry, this isn't Unity Part 2. We took our time, we did it right, and maybe they'll even give us what everybody, if you're going to do the day or the present day kind of setting going into the Animus, give us something to do besides walking around an office looking for big emails and then I go back into the past setting. What if you start doing your parkour shit and your assassin moves in New York City or something like that? Tie the 2 games together. If they can do that with the storyline, I think they might rehab that whole franchise, because there's a reason they took 2 years off, and it's because it was on life support.
I think it was much needed to give it a little break as well. Yeah. Have you had a chance to catch up on your catalog with Assassin's Creed?
Not even close.
I did. For the most part, the only one that I missed was 3. So I didn't play Connor's story, but I'm pretty caught up. So
do you want it? Do you have it?
Which one?
3?
No, I don't have it.
I have it somewhere.
Oh, well, I'll finish it.
If you want to borrow it.
Yeah, but I'm at the last part for Syndicate, so
I got it as a free game somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so someone got it to me for a free game.
Nice.
I think it's still wrapped.
talk
Who's
about
got the reputation?
talk about backlog. Actually, can I add a little bonus?
Bonus, absolutely.
Little bonus. So going back on the DLC,
Yeah.
Ubisoft did. I have been seeing some of the updates on Siege, on Rainbow Six Siege, and also on For Honor. Now those games are not going away anytime soon, so I can see them getting a lot of the DLC comment if they do go that route for the DLCs. For Honor has been pushing their DLC really hardcore right now, and those new classes are fantastic. Like, it changed a lot of the strategic points for gamers, so whoever playing online, whoever got them early, helped a lot. And I know that Siege, for their DLC now, I know that a lot of people were kind of angry for their they're kind of fixing some of the tweaks and some of the stuff that was happening in Siege. So right now it's called Project, I think, Medicine or whatever it's called, where they're just fixing all the problems, and then the second turnaround for season 2, they're releasing 3 operators and then 3 operators in December, so a total of 6 coming up. So I can see them talking about, I'm sorry that we took a little break, because they release new operators every 3 months, so like pretty much every like quarter, and they didn't release it. They're fixing all these problems. They're taking like a good 3 to 4 months to fix some of the tweaks on Rainbow Six Siege, and a lot of people were pissed off, but they're like, this is why, and we're sorry, we need to take extra time to give you better improvement on this game that's a few years old. So I could see them talking about that, just to kind of apologize, but also tell them, you got a lot of new operators coming, be excited for that. So that's just my bonus for there.
Throwing out bonuses
Yeah.
out there. So those are our predictions for the EA, Bethesda, and Ubisoft press conference. Please let us know in the comments below your predictions for each of the conferences.